Hey boss, hey, how are you today? It's your girl LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. And what I'm gonna do is a quick work at home check-in with you. I'm always jumping on here so that I can share strategically things that you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too. But I actually want to slow down for you for the next couple of days, however long I feel like this needs to be my focus. I kind of just want to jump on here and check in because I feel like we need to check in with each other before we check out. It's just really crazy right now. So, I'm basically going to share a top five list with you as far as things that I did today and things that I talked about today, just to kind of get a sense of where you guys are as well. So, hey, Portia, welcome, my dear. Thank you for joining me. You guys, wherever you are, however you are, just drop a comment into the comment box for me. Let me know who you are and how you're feeling right now. If you just want to drop an emoji, that's totally okay. So, essentially, what I want to do is again share with you a couple of things that have kind of evolved today. I spent about 4 hours with one of my clients. We had a full on VIP day session, which was interesting. Very, very interesting. We were on for about 3.5 hours. And I think I want to do more of those, seeing as how a lot of my clients are home right now and they've got a lot of free time on their hands. So essentially, we worked on a couple of things. We worked on her MailChimp. I showed her how to do some updates on her website, and we did some automation sequences and basically a lot of things that sometimes she says she's scared to do. So she has her VA do. Just kind of working on her getting comfortable using MailChimp, using WordPress. We did that today, number one. And by the way, if you feel like you would like to do like a 3 hour VIP day with me, feel free to go over to sistersense.com/VIP day to schedule one. So normally my work office hours are on Wednesdays when I do one-on-ones with clients, but I think I'm just going to open it up to like pretty much every day, so that I can work on some VIP days, 3 hour sessions, 90-minute sections, and 30-minute sessions too, with those of you who'd like to check in. So, number one, creating virtual experiences. Can you do that for your client base? I'm just curious to know, those of you who do have existing businesses where you're coaches or consultants or mentors, are you doing VIP days or are you doing virtual sessions with your clients right now? If so, how? And have you considered, for those of you who are not doing that from the coach mentor perspective, maybe doing virtual sessions just with either one person or a small group so that you guys can have like your own like accountability team and kind of check in either once a day or once or twice a week so that you can work together in these spaces where we need to figure out how to virtually be alone together, like be in our own individual spaces, but be able to proactively work together. So that's one thing to consider. I'm just curious to know if any of you guys are either using virtual to work with clients or considering having either small groups of, 2, 3, maybe 4, where you guys are getting together virtually to work together, maybe via Skype video or Zoom or something along those lines. Number one. Number two, for me this morning, I went to my mini me's school. All the teachers last week, they had some remote learning for the kids to do online, but then they also created these packets for us to pick up at school so that they had physical stuff that they could write and then send to the teachers each day via Google Classroom. So I went out for a little bit so that I could pick that up for him. And while I was out, I also got a few things for the house in general. So I got more vitamins, I got some canned goods, and I'm curious to know, when you guys are going outside, are there any things in particular that you're grabbing? So I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I was in the bathroom and the toilet paper roll finished, and I looked at it and was like, oh shit. Mind you, we've got like a stack in the laundry, but I get scared now when I see the toilet paper go down to nothing. So I stacked up on a little bit more toilet paper, paper towels, and some Kleenex as well, because this is allergy season for me. So I got vitamins, some toiletries, And I'm curious to know what you guys are getting out when you go out there, just so we can have a conversation about just checking in and if there are any things on your grab grocery list that we need to be mindful of. I also got some ginger. Ginger is good to have, and I'm looking for garlic, and I don't know why I keep not finding it and then forgetting to look a little bit more. But getting my ginger and my garlic and some of those little really hearty things. I want to have fun with food right now. So we're gonna cook some sushi today. I already have the sushi rice going, and then we're gonna make some sushi with imitation crab and some tuna. So my son's excited to do that today. And I also bought some fruits because in addition to getting those vitamins, we also need to get the fruit stuff in as well. So I got some bananas and raspberries and tangerines and strawberries and pineapples. So I'm going to make some smoothies this week too. Just kind of curious to see what you guys have on your to-do list. Now, I have gotten the emergency powder. I know there's one over here somewhere because I've gotten a bunch of emergencies, the powder to put in water. But then I found these gummies today. So I think I'm going to take like one of these a day. Even though we already have everybody in the house has their one a day vitamins, I think I'm going to start taking these as well. Let's see, get lots of lemons. Yes, and lime. Definitely. I've got lots of lemon and lime. So thank you for that. Get lots of lemon and lime so you can create your own alkaline water to cleanse your system. Definitely agree with you there. So we've got lots of lemons and limes in the house. That's a good one. So virtual experiences with clients, number one, just kind of popping outside to get what I can, number two, but a lot of stores are honestly shut down. My hubby had like a big reality check. He was like, "How come you didn't tell me all the clothes stores are closed?" I was like, "What clothes stores are you going to today?" He's still kind of like, the world is not changing, la la land. I'm like, baby, the only thing that is open right now is the supermarket. So a little bit of reality check for him. So again, what are you getting when you go out? Number two. Number three, one of the things that I did last week, I talked to you guys about productivity, right? And WBTs, I call these work in background tasks. So things that I do to work in the background while I have things going on in the foreground in my business. So last week was pretty busy, in addition to trying to navigate the craziness of what's going on, in addition to working with client projects. I was also in a space where I hosted the Maintain Your Momentum virtual summit last week. And we're going to have a couple more sessions this week. So for you guys who are excited and enjoyed it last week, we've got some more lives coming up. But anyway, one of the things that I needed was one of my books, because I wanted to talk about why right now you need to figure out how to pivot in your business. And I was like, where is my pivot book? So MadCloud is one of the companies that I use to self-publish. I went on, ordered some more books on Monday. They shipped the books on Thursday, and now Monday, again, I have my books. So one of the things that I ask you guys is, when it comes to productivity, do you have any WBT tasks, things that you can kind of get the ball rolling? And while that thing is rolling for you, you can focus on other things. Maybe there are things that you need in your business that you can order, have them while it's getting printed or shipped. You can kind of work on other things in the background. So this is such a man thing to have, but I shouldn't say that. But I got one of these last year and I absolutely love it. So because it's so handy when I get things. I'm like, cha cha cha. So I'm gonna unbox my pivot, even though I know what it looks like. I've had this printed before. But it came today. And I want to be able to share from the book with you guys. So, I like to do these daily lives with you all. Who has a book? If you have a book, drop the name and the link into the comment box, whether you're watching live or via the replay. And if you do have a book, are you doing live or, pre-recorded videos where you're reading from your book? I always recommend that. So here is Pivot. Yay! I wanted to share this with you guys last week, and I didn't have printed versions to show you on camera. So here's Pivot: 5 mistakes entrepreneurs make and how to fix them. So I oftentimes create different style books. This is the square one. And you've probably seen me show you the yellow one, which is the one on the 3-hour work day routine. This is the green one. This one is all about money, how to maximize your money magic. But we're going to go into pivot. I won't read it now, but I'm going to read it for you guys another day. Do you have it? If you don't have pivot, here's something that you guys can do. Write this down, PED. You can actually go to sissensense.com/PED to get the free digital version of this. I'm giving that away this week. So those of you guys who are looking to get some inspiration and direction when it comes to pivoting and shifting your business right now, especially in crazy times like this, you can grab this right here. The digital version for free at sissensense.com/PED, which stands for Pivot Ebook Download, PED. Okay. So what can you do to have like a work and background task for you? Something that, oh, this one is just a little bit smaller than that one. Something that you can do that it's working in the background for you. If you are interested in creating your own ebooks or workbooks, let me know. You can drop that into the comment box. Last 2 weeks ago, as part of the mastermind, every mastermind we do something different, and every month I've been teaching a different tool. So last month I taught sales pages. The month before that we did ConvertKit. This month we're doing Canva. So 2 weeks ago we did a session on ebooks. Tomorrow we're going to do another session on workbooks, how to set up your ebooks and workbooks in Canva. I don't know if you're a part of the mastermind, but right now I'm giving out 6-month passes that you can get for as little as $30 for 6 months in my mastermind, because now's the time for people to get what they need and to be intentional without breaking the bank. So for those of you who are looking for extra focus and support, you can actually go over to sissensense.com/6MP to get a 6-month pass. So for the next couple of days, that's going to be $30 for 6 months, but that does change. So I don't know when you're going to be watching this. So yeah, that's definitely something that we're doing right now in the mastermind. And every month I teach a different low cost, no cost tool that you can use to really boost your business and create some great content. So for those of you who are looking to create either ebooks or workbooks, I'm curious, let me know. Hopefully you're in the mastermind, but if you would love a sister circle, a support circle to be a part of for the next couple of months or even longer than that, you can go get that 6-month pass for $30 over at sissensense.com/6MP, that stands for 6-month pass. So in addition to working on virtual with one-on-one clients and, kind of popping outside to get what I need, also just making sure that I'm doing what I need in-house. So even though you're at home, I honestly don't know, like I've seen memes or videos of people who are like, they're going crazy because they don't know what to do at home, but my world is home. I work at home. So this is just another day for me, right? And my day is always full of stuff. So I don't know how people are bored. Anybody bored? Like, are you like extremely bored right now? I'm just curious to know who's like super bored, because I feel like I've got 1,000 things to do at home. But maybe that's just me. Hi, Nico, the real. Let me see. The real Mrs. Augustine. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, y'all. I don't have my glasses on. So sometimes I gotta like look like, who's that? What's going on? So yeah, that's number 3 for me. Number 4 is on this list is family. Like thinking about how are you checking in with your family to make sure that everybody is okay. And you're not spending so much time doing one thing that you lose sight of the most important thing, which is who you're doing this for. So while I was doing my virtual with my client today, I got a notification that the governor said, so we are going to be closing schools until May 15th. And I was asking a lot of you when your schools are closing in your state. Out of curiosity, you can let me know what your state has told you as far as when they anticipate schools opening up again. Originally, they told us it will be March 30th, and now they're saying it's going to go until May 15th. Who knows? So, after my son did some work today, I had a heart to heart with him, and we talked about, you may be at home a little longer than expected. And he's transitioning from, lower elementary to upper elementary. So he was really devastated. He's like, this is my last year in that class, and there's all these things that we were supposed to do at school. And it's kind of hard, being in a space where we're trying to navigate and be focused, but we've got our kids and they don't know what's going on. So if you're freaking out, imagine what the younger ones are doing. So, I try to kind of keep him positive and let him know that the good thing is that because we're staying inside, we're ensuring that we can, as a community, as a larger community, help to stop the spread of this virus. And because we're staying inside, that means that we are safe and we're all healthy, and you can still hang out with your friends on the phone. And I can see if maybe one or two kids in the neighborhood, we can do something maybe once or twice a week. We'll figure something out. We'll figure out how to navigate this. But I said, you know what? We're going to cook together. We're going to plant together. We're going to, hang out together and figure out how to make it work. So, um, being in a space where you can kind of navigate those conversations. I don't know. I'd be curious to know what kind of conversations you guys are having with your kids and how you're helping them process and stay positive in these crazy times. I don't know if you have access to the Maintain Your Momentum series that we started last week, but it's really awesome. One of our speakers, Katoya Bellamy, she had two great sessions, one on how to maintain normalcy as a mompreneur and a mom, and another on stock markets and some of the things that she does as a mom, working on investments and, getting in, especially during a downturn economy. And so when we talked about, normalcy as a mom, she talked about some things that she does at home, like making soups and making like really homeful like oatmeal and porridges and that comfort food, right? So I got super excited and made a really hearty soup last week. And she talked about the stock market and some things like possibly that she does with her kids that maybe I can do with Christopher, getting him into investing. And you play all these different games and you use all these different platforms, the TikToks and the YouTubes. Let's talk about how you can get it into the investment stock game. So we've got a couple of apps that we're going to download, and I'm excited about that as well. And again, that was a really good session. So if you missed it, you can actually, when you go over to usesense.com/MYM, you can get access to all the replays that we did last week for the Maintain Your Momentum series. And I'm working on getting a few more speakers this week too, so the fun will continue. So with that being said, outside of being in a space where I talk to him about being patient and kind of being positive and adjusting, I also created two group chats, one with my sisters. I've got two sisters, and we have a group chat on WhatsApp. And then I have another group chat, just like a text with all of my aunts and my grandmother, and just kind of like saying, hey, where are you? What's going on? Who's at home? Who's not at home? Who's still working? Just so that we could check in. Do you guys have group chats? Who are you group chatting with? I honestly just kind of blasted, like I had create those two little groups, and then I, texted a few other people just to see how they are and what they're up to. So creating those group chat experiences for me was a good thing, because I feel like we can really work on being together alone, being alone together, and figuring out how to navigate this process together. So we're just kind of checking in and seeing where everybody is. And I'm going to call my cousin. I keep saying that because she's got her daughter and she's a single mom and she's younger than me, and we got to make sure that both our elderly and our younger adults, who even more than, I'm going to be 40, right? She's like in her late 20s, she's going to be early 30s. So our younger adults, helping them navigate and figure out and make sure that they have all that they need, and they're aware of things that they should be getting that maybe they're not aware of. One of the best things about the Maintain Your Momentum series was listening to the different speakers and people talking about, oh, get this, get that, do this, do that, because sometimes there are things that are just not occurring to us. So having another set or several sets of eyes and ears and mouths and brains is just so important. And so I'm excited to continue the Maintain Your Momentum virtual summit this week. And also, after I do this with you guys, and I do some sushi, make some sushi with the mini me. Then I'm going to be watching Walking Dead with the hubby because he's off for the next 2 days. And that's kind of one of our favorite shows to watch together, which I never watched. I was like, zombies, like for like 10 years. Maybe like 5 years or whatever. I've not watched last year. I finally started watching The Walking Dead, binged it, was like, oh, this is not as bad as I thought. So now it's our thing. So tonight, late night, when it was just me and the hubby, we're going to do some Walking Dead time. So group chats, hubby time, son time, taking the time to have real conversations with your kids about what's going on right now with this pandemic. It's important because you don't want to be lost in your thoughts and you don't want to have them lost in their thoughts either. So it's important to check in with them and make sure that they're clear and comfortable. And then the last thing on this list for me is trying to figure out which room to clean next because all the rooms need to be cleaned. So right now, my hubby's been doing a really great job with the kitchen, and I'm going to try and do my part with the kitchen and the dining room, just kind of helping with the organization. I'm not the best cleaner, I'm not even going to lie, but helping with the organization and getting things where they need to be. If you guys are slowly but surely intentionally cleaning certain places in your home, where are you cleaning? What are you doing? How are you organizing? I got some organizational drawers. I got one 3-tier at Target, and I got a few organizational containers at the Dollar Tree. So we've kind of been taking things out the pantry and the cabinets so that they can be cleaned and put them back in. This is definitely a time to turn those lemons into lemonade. Be patient, be positive, clean, get back into connections with family and friends that we haven't connected to in a while, and just figure out how to make it work, how to make this work. We can't lament over what we've lost or what's different or what's changed. We just got to run with it, right? So that's it. That's my chicken. That's my chicken check-in for today. Feel free to, again, as I walk through talk you through some of the things that I've done today. Feel free to let me know what was on your schedule. What did you do? Where did you feel overwhelmed? Where did you feel like maybe you needed a good cry? When he started to cry, I didn't want to cry. I was like, I felt so bad. But I said, you know what, maybe school starts early. Maybe they do something in the summer. We'll figure it out. So making sure that he stays positive and we all do is just something that I'm committed to doing. So if you guys need to shift and pivot, remember you can get your free download of the Pivot ebook at sistasense.com/PED for a Pivot ebook download. And if you'd like to join us inside the mastermind and get a 6-month pass, you can go over to sistasense.com/6MP, at least momentarily, temporarily. I can't tell you it's going to be there forever, but you can get a 6-month pass for $30 so that you can enjoy the mastermind and dig in as needed. So every month I do something a little bit different, but at least, you can have it there for you as an additional support system when you want to get focused and intentional, and do what you need to do, right? So yeah, that's it for today. Feel free to take of this what you will, and I'll do my best to check in with you guys again tomorrow. Till then, work at home, daily check-in, done. Take care. Bye, guys.